everybody, it's Amaya. So today's video is going to be my mascara routine. So it's going to be what I do to make my lashes look like this. I do this every day, and I also do this when I want to wear mascara with a dramatic look or a natural look or literally whatever look. This is just my mascara routine. This is what I do whenever I put on mascara. There are very few days that I don't do this whole routine. It does take a little bit longer. There is a little bit of work put into it, but I find that the result is so worth it. I have lashes that are kind of unimpressive. They're not short, they're not long, they're just meh. They're just meh. They don't stick straight down, but they don't curl straight up. They're just kind of boring. So this is the way that I get them to be nice and perked up with some volume and some length. I'm going to give you guys recommendations as to what mascaras I like to use, drugstore and high-end, so you can duplicate this at home, as well as some other tips and tricks. Also, don't forget to check out my social media. My Twitter and Instagram are right over here, and then the rest of them are in the description box. So yeah, without further ado, let's hop right in. So I have nothing on my eyelashes right now. I just have the very smallest bit of eyeshadow on because I really wanted you guys to be able to see and focus on the actual lashes. So let's get started. Okay, so I'm just gonna take a spoolie and make sure there's nothing like in my lashes. No like eyeliner, no leftover eyelash glue, just kind of brush through them. Okay, so then the first thing you're going to want to do is go in with an eyelash curler. Of course, I have this one from Birchbox, which I really like. You can get a bunch of good ones at the drugstore. You can also get more expensive ones. Whatever works for you. I really haven't found an eyelash curler that's been really bad, so whatever works for you. And I'm just going to adjust it so that way it fits all of my lashes. Make sure it's not pinching, and then I'm going to curl it up like this. I'm going to move it upwards and just pulse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you guys can even see the little bit of difference that that made right there. Okay, so now that your lashes are curled, you can totally go in with an eyelash primer. I did that for years. It's up until very recently when I actually ran out of my eyelash primer. And I started not using it, and I realized it didn't make that big of a difference for me. But for a long time, I felt like it really did. So it's up to you. You can go in with an eyelash primer. I really like the L'Oreal one and the Wet n Wild one. I think they work really well. So I'm going to go in with actually a fresh tube of Benefit Roller Lash. My other one's getting kind of, you know, so for this video I wanted to really be able to show you guys this technique. So I'm going to open up my brand new bottle right here. So you want to go in first with some sort of lengthening mascara. A good drugstore alternative to this, I like the L'Oreal Voluminous. Even though it says voluminous, it's very lengthening. I like this one a lot. So these ones will do similar things. But I really like the Roller Lash because it keeps your lashes curled as well. And I'm going to tilt my head back. You can also take your mirror and tilt it like upwards a little bit if you have a mirror that moves. And all I'm going to do is start combing and blinking through my lashes, like curling them upwards. I'm starting at the base and going up. You can get some messiness, so I'm extra careful when I'm wearing eyeshadow. Today, because I'm not being super careful, but be super careful if you are wearing eyeshadow. I'm just curling up, and then I'm just going to go in and kind of wiggle back and forth. I like to start in the middle and then go on the outer corners and then the inner corners like that. So starting in the middle, going to the outer corners and then the inner corners. I'm just kind of curling and rolling. I'm literally rolling this brush. This works really well with this type of brush as well because it has a curve. If your brush doesn't have a curve, you can still do this. It just works better when you do have a brush with a curl. I think the CoverGirl Clump Crusher has a brush very similar to this. So I don't know if that one's a dupe for this or not, but it does have a similar brush. Okay, so that is step number 1. This is what the lashes look like. And I'm also going to put a little bit of that on the lower lashes. You want to make sure that you tilt your mirror down for this. I think neglecting the bottom lashes is something that a lot of people do. You really need to work on your lower lashes as well because they really do open up your eyes. Okay, next I'm going to go in with a second mascara, and this is the Lash Sensational from Maybelline. I love this one because it makes my lashes a little bit thicker while still adding length and volume, and it's super black. So that's why I like to use this one. This is a step that you could skip. I did skip this step up until recently, but I find that I really like it, and because this is a drugstore one, I'm not going to give you an alternative, but basically anything that's very black and kind of volumizing and lengthening. And I'm just going to do the same thing, especially with this mascara specifically. You want to make sure that you do the curling and blinking sort of method. As you can see, that added more length, a little bit more volume, and it really made the lashes black. I'm just applying a teeny bit of this on the lower lashes, not a lot though. Also, don't neglect the inner corner lashes that you have. That's really going to give you a really beautiful full lash effect. Don't neglect the inner corners and the outer corners. Make sure you really let both of those shine. Okay, and then the last step, I'm going in with a third mascara, and this one's going to be purely a volumizing mascara. You want this one to be a mascara that's going to make your lashes very fluffy, very thick, give that false lash effect. So, I, for the longest time, used the Too Faced Better Than Sex for this, and then I discovered the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir, and I love this one so much. And then recently, I have been using the Benefit Bad Gal Bang. I love this mascara so much. It's so good. My drugstore alternative for this would be any volumizing mascara that you have. So any mascara that makes your lashes very, almost clumpy and very thick. The L'Oreal Voluminous Lash Paradise is a good option for this. It will make your lashes look very fluffy. So anything that you have that's going to give you a very fluffy-like effect, check that one out. Grab that one. So I am going to be using Bad Gal Bang today. And with this one, you really, this mascara specifically, you just want to do the same blinking sort of method. This is the littlest amount of mascara you're going to put on. You're going to put the least amount on of this one. I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the Marc Jacobs Velvet Noir to show you how fluffy this one can make your lashes look. Like, that makes my lashes look so fluffy. I really like this one. Okay, so now I'm just going to go in and take the spoolie and just make sure we don't have any weird clumps in places that I don't want clumps. I'm going to take it and like, I get always a clump right here. So I'm just going to wiggle that. You're just going to go in with a Q-tip and you can kind of use that to clean up any mascara spots. And then one of my favorite things to do throughout the day is if it's about partway through the day, I've been wearing my makeup for a long time and I notice that my lashes are kind of looking blah, I'll actually go in with my eyelash curler again and super lightly just curl them up one more time, very lightly, and that really does just lift them back up and makes them look so beautiful. I love that trick for when your lashes are just kind of looking sad throughout the day. I'm actually going to go in just very lightly and literally just tap. And as you can see, that just kind of like lifts everything back up. There's a lot of people out there that say don't curl your lashes after mascara. I say don't curl them hard after you do mascara. If you feel like you just need a little bit of a lift, then go ahead and do that. So yeah, this is the finished mascara look. So I do my mascara every day. So that's it for this video, you guys. I hope you guys like it. Please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. Let me know what you thought in the comments below. If you have any tips and suggestions for me, I'm always looking for new recommendations, mascara recommendations, and just technique recommendations. Let me know. And yeah, I'll see you in my next video. Mwah. Bye. It's delicious.